flame. Hold on, I can make it rain. Oh, do you hear the thunder? Don't let it bring you down. Look up and see the light. You're not alone, don't give up like that. Oh yeah, got a ways to go.
Hello everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features arguably the best defense in the NFL. The Bears are top 10 in fewest points allowed. They'll be up against that Jets offense that wants to prove it can do some damage.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Chicago Bears. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete to open things up.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. It's brought in by Kevin White. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago! Kevin White, 81 yards, and the Bears have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Darquan. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll run again now with Darkwan. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Here's Trubisky. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Again, it's Trubisky. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 14 on the play. And it'll be third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, they run with Howard. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So out now come the Jets. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On the run, Darkwa. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. To throw here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Anunua's got it, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now Darkwa, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Orleans Darkwa hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Able to spin free. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
the play clock's running down. Now Trubisky on first down. And a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
All right, here we go. Blue, land it. Good, good. Good, good. All right, now, look at 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Looking to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And the D looking like they may blitz. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And Anderson's got it. Anderson a first down and more. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Buying time to his left. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. the play fake. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
All right, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long.
No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. Here we go now.
Trubisky with the give to Howard. And he gets this one all the way up to the 24. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
I got you. Back that it up, Philly. Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now Trubisky. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Four yards remaining now on 2nd down.
What's the curl? Gun! All right, watch it now, Barney.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looking for White on the deep ball. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down.
Back that it up, Philly. Here we go. Set. Green, 39.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Looking for White on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And Myers able to knock it through. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run with Darquan. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. Letting one go deep for a noon walk. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Second down now after the incompletion. Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Ardarius Stewart there. And it's second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Green 39! Green 39! Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. He'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top for the... And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency
yet relaxed enough to get it done.
On the return, here's Dree Archer. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The Trubisky will throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. White will go in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. This is Howard on 2nd down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Here we go. Detroit!
On 3rd down, Trubisky. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself, but it was 4th down, and the possession changes. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll set up a throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They were making plays on the football, contesting everything.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. He'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Howard. And an alley to run. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
So it'll be 1st down here after the run. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And the big tight end shifting around. They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
All right, now, look at 56. Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. All right, set. Blue,
now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it too.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him out.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Jets on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. 23 yards on the play. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They're going to look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go with Howard again. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Now let's go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He hits White, complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
All right, here we go. Leopard! Over! Sponge! No! Hurry up, here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Set! 3, 9, watch it now, Barney! Check 3. Watch out.
And the wideout in motion. On 3rd down. It's Cohen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got an open man. It's a noon one. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. The Jets on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 15. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Bears, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, there will be no perfect season here as the win streak to start the year ends at 11. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.